Hello and welcome to another BlueCat Support Engineering Tech Tip video. Today we're going to be looking at how to monitor your BlueCat DNS and DHCP servers within the BlueCat Address Manager, or BAM for short. For most anybody who's been in IT for any length of time, you know that having visibility into your infrastructure can sometimes mean the difference between being woke up and drug into the office at 2 a.m. to resolve an outage and getting that sweet beauty rest. We're here to help you get the latter. Enabling monitoring is going to allow you to keep tabs on some key service metrics, such as your hardware utilization, network statistics, and provide insights into DNS and DHCP queries and leases. Here's how to enable monitoring in the BlueCat Address Manager. To enable monitoring, there are two basic prerequisites. One, you will need a BDDS server available for management, and two, the server will need Snmp enabled. Now, this is something that we're going to cover in the third and final step of this demonstration. So if that's not something that you're familiar with, we got your back. Of course, full details can be referenced in the administration guide. Step one for enabling monitoring is to navigate to the Administration tab and find the Monitoring Service Management. Step two would be to define the monitor settings within the configuration. And then third and finally, enabling Snmp on the target server. Here's how to do that. To begin, go ahead and log into your BlueCat Address Manager. The first area we're going to look at here is under the Administration tab. Under the Administration tab, find Network and see Monitoring Service Management. From within here, we can configure the monitoring services for BAM and BDDS. Click Edit Monitoring Parameters. Within here, you'll find interval time for polling, as well as some parameters for the Snmp. Go ahead and fill out the host name, select what Snmp version you'd like to use, and a community string. Now you'll notice mine shows Disable here. On your end, if you're configuring this for the first time, you will find Enable. So you will need to enable these services before they become available. Also here under the DNS and DHCP server monitoring parameters, give this a once over and make sure everything looks good. And go ahead and enable here as well. Next, we'll be defining the monitoring settings within the configuration. For this, navigate to the Servers tab. May need to click twice to get back to your configuration. Click on Details and find Define Monitoring Settings underneath the Configuration Settings. This should look pretty familiar to when we configured the BAM settings, except you've got the option for Monitor All Managed DNS DHCP servers. So go ahead and choose your version, port, and give the same community name as we used previously. The next step is going to be to deploy the Snmp service onto your server. To accomplish this, click on the Servers tab and select your server. Now in my lab, this is already deployed. I'm already showing a status here, but if you have not completed this step, this won't work, so you won't see that. Next to your server, hit the drop down, choose Service Configuration here, and under Service Type, choose Snmp. You're going to get some values that you can fill out. Most of these are just up to you. Make sure that you hit that Enable Snmp Service checkbox, as well as choosing the same Snmp version and entering the same community string we've used in previous steps. Once you select Update, this is going to push out to your DNS DHCP server, and Snmp should be available. If this has worked successfully underneath your server settings, as we saw previously and here now, we've got a service status. You'll also notice that up here we've got a metrics tab now. This is going to be where a lot of your vital statistics and service metrics are going to be stored, such as your DNS queries per second, DHCP leases, as well as your network and hardware utilization statistics. Now, in my lab, had this up and running a little bit previously just so I can put some information up on the page. Don't be too concerned if immediately yours aren't showing. That kind of has to do with how you configure your polling interval and how long this has been deployed. As you can see, you can set some different timing settings on here and refresh the interval and get some data after it's been deployed for a moment. Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to check out our other content or visit us at bluecatnetworks.com to learn more.